Hey there YouTube, it's yours truly here, just making a video in regards about some technology here, some gaming stuff, controllers and whatnot. So anyways, so this is about this guy right here. This is about the Astro C40 TR. So now there are a lot of videos on YouTube. There's not any like newer ones that go just a couple months back. I mean, it is August 2022. If I remember correctly, I think it's either the 26th or 27th. So now this controller, not that hard to find, but most cases you're only going to be able to get this controller used. Now, if you get this directly from Astro's website, you can actually get it brand new refurbished. I actually got this from Astro's website, and I'll show you just really quick just what kind of condition it is in, being refurbished. So I've only had this just over a day, and it's actually pretty neat. As you can see, looks brand new. Okay, you don't see any blemishes at all in the material whatsoever. It's basically a brand new controller. So now, really quick, this can be a really popular controller to have, depending on your preference of game style. A lot of people do buy this off of Amazon, and this does end up gaining mixed reviews because of how some sellers labeled this controller as refurbished. And some even sell like where it's used to the point where you got major scuffs right here or minor scuffs here or on the grips or even on the touchpad and whatnot. And there's wear on the D-pad. So, but getting this refurbished directly from Astro's website, you are essentially getting a brand new controller. Why they call this refurbished and not brand new, I believe it's because they replace everything on the outside, the modules, the buttons, even the PlayStation button here, the touchpad, these buttons here. They just replace the entire outside. The only thing that they keep is the internal board that operates everything. And what they do is they test the board to make sure it works correctly, and if it doesn't, they'll make the repairs as necessary or just replace it with a whole new board. And essentially you do get a brand new controller. But for the most part, these are mostly brand new except for the inside of the board. So just something to keep in mind for those who want this controller but can't find one. Go to Astro's website and get the refurbished one. It's about $160. So now the purpose of this video is we're going to replace and swap out these modules right here. And sorry about the background noise. That's my dog walking around. Got hardwood floors here. But anyways, we're going to replace these modules right here, and we're going to basically swap them out. Now, what we're going to be doing is, as you can see, plain as day, this is the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. There's been a lot of complaints about this thing, and for the most part, it's mainly from the Bluetooth, it's from the right bumper wearing out, it's also from the A button sticking, it can also be stick drift. Partly because it's just very poor quality what they do and how they build these things. So, but what we're going to be doing with the Astro C40 here with these modules is I have replacement modules that I purchased that is basically, let me see if the camera can pick this up. They're going to be just like this. So, but just kind of something to keep in mind. This can be a really decent controller. The only problem is that it doesn't last very long. It's not that durable. I mean, it has very good features to it. The only problem is one thing or another is going to wear out if this is your primary controller to use, but one thing or the other is going to wear out within 6 months to a year guaranteed. So, fourth one I've already warranted. So now the other thing too I want to point out is a lot of people see controllers like this on Amazon, and they look like they're really neat controllers, right? But you know, the thing is that's advertised about them is modular. You know, it's kind of a neat little feature to have, but here's the thing about these controllers. So this is a magnetic D-pad, not the greatest. You know, well, let's just take this off. This is magnetic also. This comes off. So now here is what makes it modular. You basically have to take this thing here, you turn it one way, you take, well, let's see if I can do it towards the camera here. So you turn it one way, and then you take the other one, turn it the other way, and you should be able to pop this right out, right? This is where it gets a little pathetic. That's how the inside of it looks. You get just one connector. But you can swap this around where it's either way, which is fine. But the problem with this controller is there's absolutely no way, shape or form that you can use it on PC as a PlayStation controller. In fact, you can't use this on PC at all unless you download the DS4 app that allows this controller to function. Even with the DS4 app, unfortunately, the controller still has quite a bit of latency, a little bit of lag. It doesn't exactly operate or function the way as it's advertised. It looks cool. The little LEDs that light up between the edges here, they're kind of cool, but it just doesn't function as advertised. So unfortunately, you have to use the DS4 app. And these buttons on the back, I don't know if you can see that in the camera. They're clicky, but if you see where your fingers are positioned, how are you gonna be able, I mean, you gotta have some pretty small freaking hands to use these buttons, unless you just use one finger per button, which it can be fine, but another thing I want to point out, these triggers, they're doggy doo-doo. They're doggy doo-doo. Sometimes they don't actually fire. There is an updated version of this from April 2022, which is supposed to be a lot better. I will go with that one. This is before that updated version, probably, I want to say about a month and a half before, so I probably should have waited. Anyways, just be sure you get the updated version. So, anyways, continuing on with the point of this video, I've already wasted everybody's time, about 8+ minutes. So, what we have here is your sticks, which, by the way, are magnetic. Module 1, Module 2, and the tools you're going to need. So, we're going to need this tool right here. I don't know if you can pick that up or if it's going to focus, but this is a star screwdriver. So, but yeah, very, very important to have. And of course, this screwdriver here, this is to, of course, adjust the tension. So way better than what comes with the Elite Series 2. All right, so what you're gonna need is, if you already have one of these controllers, you're gonna have to open up your C40 case here. You're gonna have to take out the this tool that comes with it in order to undo the plate. So all you have to do is just undo the plate like so. All right. What this should do is you should just be able to lift it right off like this. Okay. Take one out, take the other out. Put this bad boy back on and put it off to the side. So, these are the original modules, the stick modules. It's actually quite nice. They get a nice click to them. So, now we're going to need your star thing to take these out. So what you're going to need to do is you have 2 screws here. Actually, you have 2 screws, one right here and then one straight across right here. So you're going to have to undo these just like so. And the great thing about this star screwdriver you get, it is 100% magnetic, so you don't ever have to worry about losing your screws. All right. So basically what you do, just kind of pop these off first. Very important. These just pop all like that, and that's what they look like. Pretty neat when you think about it. So, technology's come pretty far for gaming. So, these you just kind of put off to the side. Same thing with the other one. Actually, you want to pop these out before you start unscrewing and removing the module. All right, there's one screw there. Put that there. And the other screw. Put that there. All right. That's gone. Put these off to the side. All right. Module 1. And I believe these already come with the Epindon thumb caps. So these are actually really neat. So there is your module right there. And when you take it off, you can see in the camera, adjustable tension. So what we will do is, and just so everybody knows, for your reference, these really only go in one way. If you can see that groove right there, but that actually has to line up with that groove right there. So you have to line this up with the groove, and you give it a little bit of a shake so it's even, okay? And what you do, wrong one, take your screwdriver. It's really important to understand that when you put these in, you don't put one of the screws down all the way. You only put it down most of the way, because you want this in as evenly as possible. Now with these screws, you don't want to overly tighten them with your wrist. You want these finger tight. So that's as far as you want to go. Finger tight. You see it's in there nice and evenly. So now that one's done. I do like the fact that they put these in a protective bag. You know, the anti-static bag, so it's very nice. And the other one as well. And you can see adjustable tension. And just so everybody knows I'm not clickbaiting, let me get this thing right here and fit it in where this is. So you see that. You see it turn. It clicks just like the Elite Series 2. Same process as the last one. You just find that groove and you fit it in. And make sure it's nice and even. So, got it, it's nice and even. And we're going to take your first screw. That in, not all the way, just most of the way. All right. Finger tight, finger tight. It's very important to never use your wrist tightening screws because that's how you can break your electronics very, very easily. So yeah, you can see this is in nice and evenly. So, all right. So next step is putting these bad boys on. And one thing I do need to point out as well, the magnetic sticks on here, they seem to be quite a bit better quality than the Xbox ones that they make that are magnetic. Now, these are just thumb caps on top of the sticks here, the caps. So and then underneath the cap is just your standard, it's basically this, whoops. Oh, back here, all right. But no, it is basically just this. It's this stupid thing right here. So, I mean, it's not a bad stick, but could be better. All right, quick blowout. All right, so we'll take these back off. Put this off to the side. Now it's very important to remember these have a red line right there, just like how you can see the red line inside both. Okay, you want to line that up together. So you got to line it up. And give it a little bit of a turn so you know you got it in there. All right, this is nice and even. All right, cool, cool. And final step, let's put that back on. Take the tool that comes out of your C40 case, which is almost like an Allen key wrench, but not quite. I mean, it is kind of an Allen key wrench, but it is used specifically for your C40. And same thing applies for tightening the plate down, is you don't go all the way, you just go where you just feel the slightest bit of tension when you get towards the end. You do that for all of them. Okay. So, and the last one, that's when you do finger tight. The one diagonal, finger tight. Finger tight. these are in. Oops, oops, oops. Now with these, you can straighten them out. That's a good thing about these thumb caps. You can actually turn them a little bit while they're on the thumb caps. I shouldn't say thumb caps, these are thumb covers. But anyways, so that is your replacement thumb caps. It's pretty good, not terrible. I mean, they're pretty much like the other ones. And let me see if you guys can pick this up really quick here. So this is the sound of how the thumb cap sounds, or yeah. There's a nice little click to it. All right. And this is the Elite Series 2, listen. All right. Right stick. There's a nice solid sound to it. Other right stick, Elite Series 2. See this one, it sounds to me like it's kind of a dull click, like it's already wearing out almost. I haven't even had this replacement for a couple of months, and I don't mean to complain about this controller, but as you can see, it already has a scuff. And this wasn't even anything that I did on purpose. It was purely like just, something brushed over it. That was another controller. It wasn't sharp or anything. It just kind of scuffed it. And it doesn't come out. No matter what, it does not come out. I mean, besides the bumpers, the buttons sticking, having Bluetooth problems. And this one now, it actually doesn't want to read to an Xbox wireless adapter for Windows, because I don't play on console, I play on PC. So this doesn't want to pick it up anymore, right? The wireless adapter works perfectly fine on another PC, but this barely connects to it. Sometimes it disconnects, sometimes it barely connects, and this is super laggy. So, but yeah. But no, these are now truly elite adjustable tension sticks. So that's pretty much how you do it. Anyone who has this controller and gets these Epindon adjustable tension sticks, you can find them on Amazon. They're not that cheap, but I would say if this is more like your style of adjusting the tension, if you're, I don't know, I mean, if you don't like, and let me put this down and put the thumb cap back on these really quick. But one of the complaints is that people have about the tension sticks or the modules that come with the C40 and already installed. A big complaint is these are really loose, right? But they work. They work pretty well. They're not bad. So these fix that. So you can just pop it off, tighten it up, pop it back on. Good to go. But yeah, after you install these, you want to make sure that you hold this button down so it vibrates. So you have to hold it down where the light blinks. I'll show you how that works. Oh yeah, we gotta power it on really quick. You hold it down, it blinks, and you set it down and leave it 30 seconds. It completely recalibrates. These are good to go. And you know, these have absolutely no stick drift at all. Even with the stock ones that come with it, there's absolutely no stick drift with this. This is by far way more of a superior controller than this one here. I know some people may disagree with me. Oh, it just vibrated. So yeah, this is good to go. It's recalibrated. So I know some people may disagree with me, but this controller just, it wears out too quick. It has great features, but it wears out too quick. And you know, I gotta show you something really quick here while we're on camera. So this controller here, when I'm holding it, just like this with my hands, you know, I can almost touch my thumbs as I'm playing, you know. As you can see, I got big hands, right? I got big hands. So I put this down, I can put my whole hand over it and it just engulfs it. That's how big my hands are, right? So, but we got this one here, right? You see how much more space I have with this layout? So, I mean, my hands still look big compared to the controller, but they're not that big compared to the controller. They're nice. You know, this controller is really nice for people that have hands like myself. So, ergonomically, it's better. You're actually not stressing out your joints, you know, trying to cramp your hands, playing the buttons and whatnot. Anyways, but yeah, this video is about the module replacement, not to gripe about, you know, other controllers, but hope you guys enjoyed it. That's pretty much how you do it. Astro C40 TR with the Epindon replacement module, 3 adjustable tension settings. So, but last thing I didn't get to cover is all of these little things you get, which is pretty much the same you would get with an Elite Series 2 controller. So I'm going to disregard this one because I actually put that one in there myself. I actually have 2 of those, but anyone who does have an Elite Series 2 controller and they do like the PlayStation style, you can have these, 2 of these on there, and they're pretty awesome. They're like the dome-shaped caps. So, but you get one tall boy, and you get the 2 360 controller style thumb caps with, you know, that are really big on your thumbs, and they're not bad. They could be better, but anyways. Yeah, so you get all that. The 2 modules, the 2 tools, all in this nice little tinny tin. So, anyways, that's my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, if you get any questions about how this controller is, or where to get it from, or the modules, just let me know. I'll do my best to maybe leave a link down below. So, anyways, that pretty much covers everything. So, now I'll put this bad boy back together. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. See you on the flip.